Hutton Orbital. They don't make 'em like this anymore. Health and safety won't let us.
Life support is on the blink again. I mean, it's not that serious. We still have heating and air and everything. Not like last time. The thing is, there's quite a lot of air. At least it feels that way. The system seems to be trying to equalize pressure by pumping air into all the different sections of the station, causing terrific gusts of wind. No, the other kind. Trampolines tumble along the parade, pursued by staff from Trampoline Warehouse. Exactly how a trampoline works in zero-G is a bit confusing, but momentum and elastic tension and, yeah, I think that explains it. In the residential block, some people have been hanging out washing since it's such a good drying day. Granted, they have had to collect their washing from the far end of the block, but you can't beat that summer freshness. Clouds of litter swoop and dive in the air currents like post-apocalyptic kites, with children running along below them to see if a slice of gherkin or a discarded sweetie drops out. The umbrella stand is ruined. It got hit head-on by a freak gust of wind and has turned inside out, along with the stock. As a twister goes by, a cow pokes her head out of the maelstrom, moos, and is enveloped again. People are to be spotted with new hairstyles in the dragged backwards through a hedge fashion, and a few 2Ps have been trying to make a bid for freedom. Wagar's Weeks has stayed open to provide emergency replacements. Senator Wagar himself stands by with an industrial stapler to ensure that these ones will stay on. A lone reporter broadcasts live from the parade. Little weather symbols are whisked off into the distance by gale force winds, followed by the weather map, and then the camera drone. Sound is still working, though, and before he is swept away, he just has time to say,
"Our mics are live." Good evening, and welcome to the not quite the 500th show. That's next week, which would make this show the
500 minus 1th show?
The 400 and lots.
Thursday show?
It's my third show. That's easier to remember.
No. Last week doesn't count. You phoned that one in from the infirmary. And by the way, how are you feeling?
Violated but fungally harmonized.
Oh, bother. My script just rebooted.
Never mind. Yours is at the end. Anyway, you can borrow mine. But I suppose on that note, we ought to get on with the headlines. Seriously? Dinosaurs? Again?
Commander Vantian goes full Postman Pat.
Pilots Federation community team missing.
Archaeologists bring us the latest in outdated spaceship design.
And the fashions that would have helped pass the time on them.
My script is still rebooting.
And it's BGS time, if anyone's got the time, that is.
First, this evening, we bring worrying news from the Pilots Federation that they've taken over the once experimental Jurassic World, previously the domain of the dastardly Don Antonacci, and they appear to not be learning any lessons from the first or second instances of said planet. A lush, green, oxygen-rich world, blessed originally with megaflora. That's really big plants for those of you that need such things explaining. It was originally mostly devoid of anything but insects, small lizards, and more insects. But taking a leaf out of the Dastardly Don's book, they came to an important decision.
We know what. Why don't we turn it into a leisure planet?
Which, on the face of it, seems fine. They have a reputation for some excellent theme park designs. But then some bright spark said,
And how about we super evolve the cute little lizards so they're much bigger, as they're hard to find when they're small and it involves a lot of walking, and no one wants to do that in those humid temperatures, so if we make them really big, then everyone can see them.
which is less fine, especially after the first two planets had to be quarantined after the previously teeny tiny little lizards got big and ate everyone. They've reassured us that, given that they very capably run an entire bubble full of stations, pilots, materials and missions, one little planet with a few harmless lizards on it is absolutely no problem at all. Chief Safety Officer Rickety Fence had this to say.
We've been reading up on our Michael Crichton, and we have taken all appropriate steps to prevent incidents. We've got earthquake warning systems to tell us exactly when the really frequent earthquakes are going to hit. We've not hired that code-bodging fellow who programmed the original limpets. And, of course, we've got new super-hardened cardboard reinforced enclosures. You see, the lizards see any barrier as impenetrable. Could be a piece of string, and the lizards just won't go through it. Or is that horses? Never can tell them apart.
Anyway, we understand that Jurassic World the Third is undergoing testing at the moment, and tickets will be on sale later this year. Oh, and if anyone is thinking of using their Panther Clipper to steal some of the not-so-little lizards, then we recommend not, as they're not rated for aggressive livestock.
In a bold rejection of the galaxy's more conventional postal systems, Commander Vantian has taken it upon himself to hand-deliver security passes for this year's ECM gathering in Coventry, Sol 3. Citing a lack of faith in mission boards, courier firms, and the Imperial Mail, first class sometimes, the Commander has opted instead for the slow, chaotic, and occasionally meaningful route of hopping about the bubble in an Apex taxi. His approach has involved arriving at random concourses, wafting through arrival lounges like a confused uncle at a graduation, and loudly inquiring, "Is your name Smith?" to anyone who would make eye contact. Most weren't, several refused to say, and one simply ran. Early indications suggest that some commanders are more difficult to deliver to than others. One notable individual booked their ECM pass in January and only this week remembered that they've been living in Colonia for the last 6 months. After a brief panic and a search for return transit options, they discovered that Colonia taxis don't just pop around on a whim. The pass has now been attached to a drone with enough fuel to reach the system, a long-life power core, and a sternly worded note. Other delivery setbacks have included 2 commanders who couldn't spell their own names correctly when registering. One pass is now addressed to Commander Bixlitter, which will be a surprise to everyone. One pilot who forgot where they live gave somewhere near Lave as an address, then admitted that they'd never been there. One enterprising attendee who forgot to book a ticket entirely, attempting to hijack the Apex taxi Vantian was riding in, and was last seen being politely but firmly ejected into a luggage bay. To accommodate the growing list of off-grid recipients, Vantian has commissioned a fleet of UHT long-life drones, the ultra-habitual transit variety, engineered for range, survivability, and the ability to loiter patiently in orbit until someone finally checks their messages. Each drone is equipped with deep space insulation, a low-wattage disco light for celebratory delivery moments, and heavily laminated ECM pass in a resealable snack bag. One even includes a short audio file of Vantian saying, "There you go then," before coughing awkwardly and signing off. Lale Wolf, on being briefed, quietly allocated emergency funding from the Courier Catastrophes contingency budget and has not been seen since. Security at the event itself is said to be on high alert for mislabeled lanyards, badge fraud, and panicked arrivals covered in glitter. Meanwhile, the event organisers remain philosophical.
Well, it's ECM.
One said.
We plan everything. Nothing goes to plan, and we love it anyway.
Further updates expected once the drones return. If they return.
Concerns have been raised this week over the conspicuous absence of the Pilots Federation community team, last seen broadcasting cheerfully from their studio at Shinrata Desra just before month end. Since then, they've not responded to pings, failed to file their usual paperwork, and, perhaps most disturbingly, have left their biscuit tin untouched. Their habitat suite remains unoccupied, save for an unopened pack of digestives, a half-finished cup of synth tea, and a post-it note simply reading, "Back in 5." That was 7 days ago. Security footage last recorded the trio, Kat, Zach, and the ephemeral entity known as Paul's typing noise, leaving the broadcast studio with purpose. Unfortunately, the camera feed was then immediately obscured by what experts have described as either an errant disco ball or a particularly determined reflective pigeon. The ECM Planning Committee, growing increasingly nervous at the idea of running an event without the presence of the galaxy's most politely enthusiastic, officially licensed and Pilots Federation live streamers, has issued a galaxy-wide appeal for sightings. Commanders are advised to be on the lookout for
Cat, known for stylish jumpers and a voice calm enough to tame Thargoids.
Zach hasn't blinked since 3309, often surrounded by at least 2 mugs and a complicated spreadsheet.
Paul, rarely seen, but his presence can be identified by neatly aligned fonts and mysterious social media posts.
All sightings so far include a cardboard cutout of Aisling Duval wearing a beanie, a janitor at their gateway with a slightly Zack-like beard, and someone in Colonia shouting "Engagement metrics" at a passing Viper. A working theory posits that the trio may have entered the test servers and been unable to find their way out. One ECM volunteer was last seen searching for them using a thermal scanner, 2 ferrets and an old copy of Microsoft Teams. Hutton Commander requests that anyone encountering individuals even vaguely resembling Kat, Zach, or a twitchy keyboard should immediately inform the station, secure the individuals using soft netting or biscuits, and await recovery teams. Any rumours that the team have been spending a lot of time on the dinosaur planet and might have been eaten are, as of yet, unconfirmed, but scientists are hunting piles of excrement for any signs of presenter digestion. In the meantime, the ECM schedule continues to be finalised with the assumption that someone, somewhere, will eventually find them and explain what exactly happened.
An archaeological dig through the unclaimed personal effects of noted space recluse Hugh Pratt has been revealed in recent days. A hard copy printout of a 21st century space colonisation plan. Discovered wedged into a crevice, the document outlines a now outdated proposal for generation ships, long-haul vessels designed to carry hundreds of humans over centuries to the outer worlds, back in the days before someone invented the Go FTL button. The winning concept, referred to as Chrysalis, imagined a 58-kilometre long cigar-shaped spacecraft, presumably to allow approximately half of the inhabitants to feel constantly inadequate. Inside, concentric living cylinders would house parks, libraries, art galleries, and, most egregiously, a vegetarian population. Meat, apparently, was forbidden due to biodiversity concerns and the assumption that cows wouldn't enjoy zero-gravity milking. The social structure leaned heavily on polyamorous relationships, suggesting that occupants would maintain overlapping emotional partnerships to stave off boredom, jealousy, and the ever-present risk of becoming emotionally attached to a hydroponic lettuce. Critically, inhabitants would not reproduce exclusively with their life partners, but with members of the Starship community. More broadly, possibly based on shared interests, availability, or who had the least soggy jumpsuit that week. To test psychological resilience, crew selection was based on Antarctic isolation training, presumably to ensure that nobody shouted,
"Are we there yet? Are we nearly there yet?"
before the first decade had passed. Meanwhile, the runner-up vessel Hyperion featured twin rotating rings and enormous magnetic shielding to protect pregnant crew from being irradiated into glowing and floating around the room. Noteworthy features included bespoke space fashions with enormous sealable pockets, ideal for hoarding snacks, ferrets, or forgotten to-do lists. It was also planned to carry 3 pairs of turtles, chosen for their resilience to disease, stoic outlook on long journeys, and ability to nap for 45 years without complaint. Following a successful trial launch of the Generation ship, these turtles, it should be noted, would later gain infamy in the year 3305, after it was discovered their exclusively vegetarian diet led to chronic flatulence that killed over half the travellers on board. Third place went to Systema Stellare Proximamum, a ship that looked like a jellyfish, and according to later records, was promptly eaten by a wandering macro cephalopodian space whale, mistaking it for lunch. Religious belief on board was apparently to be guided by a hybrid non-human AI and a human council, with worship directed towards nature and man in all his forms. A phrase scholars believed originated from an awkward misprint in the ship's on-flight magazine. The Hutton Historical Society is currently analysing the full printout, now laminated for safety, and being kept under lock and key in Cubicle 3, as light reading material, whilst waiting to be rescued. According to the chief archivist and former dancing champion Gusto the Clown, the discovery represents a vital insight into the mind of pre-FTL civilization that hadn't yet worked out you could just not go to Tar Ceti if it was going to take you 250 years.
In this week's Sartorial Digest, we explore the lost fashions of the 21st century interstellar generation ship, recently rediscovered among the personal effects of one Hugh Pratt, myself, during a routine custom sweep following what I maintain was an innocent misunderstanding involving antique cravats and a molecular destabilizer. And not just any clothing. This was pragmatic, communal, romantically agile clothing. The uniform of choice aboard the Chrysalis, the 58-kilometre-long flying cigar filled with vegetarians and shifting domestic alliances, was the modular, quick-release jumpsuit. Cut in a single piece from breathable antimicrobial fabric, the garment was designed with magnetized seams, tactile tabs, and haptic fasteners that could be disengaged with minimal effort, or, in some cases, just a meaningful glance. One design even featured programmable zippers that opened in response to biometric proximity, allowing partners to sync garments without ever having to ask, "Is now a good time?" Clearly, these were clothes not just for work, but for interpersonal collaboration, often spontaneous. The ship's social model was polyamorous by design, which presented a unique challenge for traditional tailoring. Formal wear needed to support sudden group intimacy, comfortable post-coital snack storage, and the ability to identify whose sleeve was whose in a 5-person cuddle pile. The resulting style became known as flexwear, multi-user leisure garments, capable of accommodating up to 4 limbs and 2 egos at once. Undergarments were reversible, and in some alarming prototypes, mergeable. One archived photograph, though poorly lit and slightly sticky, depicts a domestic gathering where everyone appears to be connected at the hip. Literally. To prevent interpersonal confusion, accessories doubled as subtle indicators of availability. Neck tags in colour-coded silicon denoted emotional readiness. A green cord implied open to discussion. Orange signalled snack first, then maybe. And red simply read processing a breakup with the biome engineer, so bugger off. Most garments included quick snap clasps and at least one pocket for personal lubricant or conflict resolution dice. It is unclear whether these codes worked in practice. A footnote in the original file reads, "Do not assume anything without eye contact and consent form 6B. One cannot help but admire the ambition. These were garments for a society in constant motion, emotionally, physically, and occasionally horizontally. Designed not for modesty, but honesty, efficiency, and easy laundering. Naturally, some of these design principles live on. The Hutton Orbital maintenance crew still wear quick-release boiler suits, though in their case it's more about emergency toilet access rather than sudden romantic entanglement. Clothing, even in deep space, reflects the values of its society. For Chrysalis, it was adaptability, connection, the ability to share a meal, a moment, or a mattress without snagging a zip. It may not be to everyone's taste, but in fashion, as in polyamory, one must always dress for the occasion.
In news that will surprise absolutely no one and delight precisely no one, the latest operating system update, Porthole 11, has been forcibly installed across most of the Galaxy's personal computing systems, datapads, station terminals, and, in at least one case, the Auto Toilet Interfacing Cubicle 4. Originally heralded as a streamlined and efficient evolution of its predecessor, Porthole 11 has instead achieved a remarkable feat. It appears slower, bloated, more prone to spontaneous reboots than the already unpopular Porthole 10.9.4 Service Pack Infinite. Despite no one requesting it, authorizing it, or indeed consenting to it, Porthole 11 has now updated itself 3 minutes before every scheduled broadcast of Hutton Orbital Radio since its release. Attempts to delay the update are met with a calm but passive-aggressive message.
Now is a great time to restart.
Among the key features of Porthole 11, a new animated loading wheel, now 12% more condescending. The start menu has been moved again and now requires voice authorization in a language you've never heard of. An integrated assistant, Sprocket, who offers unwanted advice in the middle of mission briefings, such as,
"Have you tried breathing deeply?
and
You seem stressed."
and a new memory management protocol that somehow consumes more memory while managing it less effectively. As the system performance gradually degrades, usually beginning 1 week post-installation, users will be delighted to hear that Porthole 12 is already in development and will promise to fix everything by starting fresh. The only confirmed feature so far, a redesigned start button. Again. Commander Valkarius attempted to uninstall the software this week using industrial solvent, a mining laser, and a ritual chant from the Colonia Reformatory for wayward coders. Results were inconclusive. More on this story once the system reboots. In the meantime, I'll stick to Linux.
Welcome to the Hutton BGS bit, where we ask the BGS to smell the cheese. So, what's happening this week in Hutton space? Well, we are still at war in HP 89621 against Osunti Two Eyes and co. Or maybe we're at war with them again. It's hard to know. LHS 1050 sees us at war with the LHS 1050 holdings. No idea what they're holding, but I'm sure we can wrestle it away from them. There are outbreaks in LTT 7072 and Jastreb sector IH-M A7-1. We are slowly losing an election in Swimes DP-D C1-9 against the Ganekpe coalition. And we are rapidly losing an election to the Revolutionary Party of Askaraj in Askaraj. And investment continues in Barnard Star until Christmas probably. Booms this week are in COSIS, Sector DL-Y D133, Rigger, Wolf 359, 36 of Uchi, Den 0255-4700, Kokari, LHS 149, LHS 1827, Talta, Wise 1405 plus 5534, Swimes EP-D C1-18, and Sinuf SP-E C28-12. Oh, also Tashita Sector EM-M A7-1, Wolf 1481, and Wolf 562. PSPF LF2 is having a boom and an infrastructure failure. And Wise 0855-0714 is having a bit of a blight. But what does it all mean? Well, if you want to truck it, then truck it to Barnard Star for maximum profit, or one of those boom systems for slightly less profit, or truck medical supplies to LTT 7072 or Jastreb Sector IH-M A7-1, or truck food and machinery to PSPF LF2, or truck agronomic treatments to Wise 0855-0714. If you want to mission run, then do so in Swimes DP-D C1-9 or Ask Garage to help with those elections. And if you want to shoot it, then shoot Osunte 2 Eyes in HIP 98621 or the Ask Garage Revolutionary Party in Ask Garage. And that's it for this week's Hutton BGS bit.
Oh dear. I tell you what, that clothing one caused me to swallow my drink the wrong way while laughing too hard. Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Go on then.
What is a reflective pigeon? Is it one that thinks back on its life about the things that it's done?
Hey.
I thought it was the one in the tinfoil hat.
Yeah. Maybe it's doing both. You never know.
Not one of those reflective pigeons. Anyway, hello everybody. Crikey, I'm knackered.
Hello.
Already. And it's not even the 16th yet. But anyway, welcome to the studio. We've got Volcarius. Good Volcarius.
Good evening, Hutton Orbital.
We've got Amelia.
Hello.
We've got the Apology Officer.
Hello.
We've got Flossy.
Hello.
We've got Hugh Pratt.
Hello there.
And we have the Lithobreaker.
Hello.
So before we start with the next bit, I've got a couple of questions. The first one is: was there a Frontier live stream this week?
There was not. Last Wednesday of every month.
Yeah, and missing since it, if you remember.
Yeah, I know. So, I mean, I did see that picture there, the footage from their studio of ninjas kidnapping at least two of them with bags over their heads. We don't know what all that's about, but...
no, they all heads.
They all had bags on their heads.
They always have bags over their heads. Deeply ugly people. It's very...
They take them off
sad.
just for the live show, or they just paint faces on them? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So there's that, and news obviously that apparently they've been playing with dinosaurs, which strikes me as a really silly idea, because a human being to a dinosaur of the non-vegan variety would probably look like a light snack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe that's where they've gone. And Amelia managed not to miss anything. I don't think you missed anything this week as well.
Actually, we're going to miss a big one on the night of the ECM.
What?
Well, yeah, you're not there.
I know. But I mean, you all will miss it because you'll all be doing the ECM. But if you look up on that night, the 12th to the 13th, you'll see meteors.
But it's on the 16th, so we're okay.
Sorry, 16th, yeah.
Oh, right, okay. You worried me there. It's like, hang on a second.
Sorry. Is it 16th to 17th, not...
Oh, yeah. Right, okay, fine, yes.
If you look up at the night sky in Glasgow, you will see clouds.
Clouds. And it's probably going to be the same here, because it always is.
Yes. Cloudy, with a chance of meatballs, or whatever the phrase is.
I need to get those
Which
radar
just one
specs
is that?
sorted.
Okay, so I suppose let's address the elephant in the room. So, what's happening next Thursday, everybody?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So, just a warning for anybody now who's tuned in now, there isn't a show next Thursday because it's on Saturday. Because we are doing it during ECM.
Live show.
A what show?
A live show.
A live show from the stage.
Like this one, really, but it's
And
from
a live
different place.
show.
But you get to see some of us, yes. A
Yeah.
little
And
bit.
smell you.
Yeah, oh dear. Probably if it's going to be that hot. It looks
Yeah,
like
sorry
being a
about
warm
that.
one. Yeah. We do now have a schedule. I don't know, Litho, have you got the schedule anywhere handy?
I think I can probably find it.
Well, if you find it for a second. But the article about the hand delivering the tickets. Now, as somebody who has spent 29 years doing booking and registration systems, obviously the most efficient thing to do would be to hit the magic button and it automatically sends an email out to everybody. But did I choose that? No.
Did you echoes like?
No, because that's not very personal. So I have begun the process of messaging absolutely everybody who's coming and sending a neat little copy of a ticket that they don't need to bring with them, just because a lot of people were saying, I haven't got my ticket. I said, well, there isn't one, but I suppose I'll send you something anyway. So I have been in an Apex taxi, buzzing around Discord, pinging little tickety things out to people. But don't worry if you haven't got one, because you're going to get emailed a copy. And don't worry if you haven't got that, because it probably means you spelt your own name wrong. Naming no names. Commander Schnalls, who's not Schnalls. He might be Schnales. And others. So, yes, basically, if your name's down, do turn up. There is at least one person who thinks they're coming along that has forgotten to actually book a ticket. Which is interesting. So, if you are planning on coming and you haven't booked a ticket, then you really should have done before now. You've only had 11 months to book it. We have got confirmation. Well, no, they were warned about us. I think they may be making phone calls, because originally the plan was, after Dockers, we migrate to the hotel's main bar for the rest of our evening. But it seems like they were warned about us and said, well, we'd really prefer if you stayed in your private bar, please, and not inflicted yourself on the rest of the population. We will provide you with bar
terrify
staff.
the rest of the residents.
Yeah, and we're going to provide bar staff, and we're going to confine you to your own private bar. Thank you very much for the duration. But because we're lovely, we're going to leave it open till 1 a.m.
Ooh.
Just don't leave and terrify the rest of the people.
And don't frighten the normals.
So we do have a 1 a.m. bar, and in fact a 2 a.m. kicking out time, but they just won't be serving between 1 and 2. But yes, so we are allowed to party hard until 2 a.m. if we really want to on that one. We have got a schedule now, so did you manage to find it?
We do.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, cool, yeah.
At 10 o'clock, we open the doors.
Ooh. Don't turn up before then if you're not helping.
Is that AM?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's all right then.
At 10:30, we welcome people's addresses.
Oh, nice.
We're wearing the welcome dress, yes. Okay.
That's the
yep.
one, yeah.
Got that one, yep.
At 11 o'clock, some very nice people from a university will be demoing Elite VR.
But this is not just any Elite VR, is it? Because we've all had Elite
This
VR.
is
for a
Elite
while.
1984.
Original Elite in VR. Yep.
That's going to be weird.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
We've got an extra one in between that, by the way, that's not on there.
Mm-hmm.
We're sneaking in Page on Stage immediately after that, which is Special Effect are going to be saying a few words and having a chatter with us after that.
Yeah, just to be clear, Paige isn't there, but she will be on stage.
She will be there, just virtually, yes.
Yeah. After that, we have a presentation of an indie game from somebody, I'm not sure who.
Yes, but they won't tell us about it because they don't want to ruin the
right.
surprise. Yep.
So it's a mystery game.
Mystery, yep.
That will head through until around about 12:30ish.
Yep.
When lunch will be served.
Which is, now Flossy, have you seen the menu?
Yes.
Has anybody seen the menu?
Yes, I have. Yes, I can see it
Jacket
now.
potatoes and cheese and chili and tuna and veggie chili for people that want it that way, and all sorts of big delicious things that you can splurge into the middle of a massive jacket spud.
And coleslaw and salad and fruit salad. No, that doesn't go in the jacket potatoes, by the way. You can if you want, but yes.
It does if you want.
Yep. Or it's the hat you're wearing. Okay, so that's lunch. And then this bit, Valkyrius can introduce the next item. What are we doing at 1:30?
I can't see the thing you're looking at. So
Well, what thing do you normally do on the radio show, Valkyrius?
The quiz.
Oh, a quiz.
The quiz?
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, the quiz.
Yeah, I guess.
Not
Yes.
yet.
I've got some
the
help,
quiz.
though. At least I hope I still have some help.
Yes, you do.
You have some help, yep. So it will be hosted by the marvellous Psychit, who will be reading the questions. It will be operated by the fantastic Mr. Valkyrius, who will be mashing buttons, with a team of minions who will be wearing dungarees and goggles.
Is it like the Wizard of Oz? Are you going to be behind the curtain with a big sort of organ thing with steam coming out of it?
Yes.
I don't want to know about what he does with his organ behind the curtain.
Yeah, it's the fact that steam's coming out of it that worries me.
Hey. So, Valkyrius, for those that have missed the last few radio shows and don't know how the quiz is operated, is it just for people in the room?
It's
Yes.
for anyone who has access to the internet and has a extra browser or mobile device that they can use to access the quiz system anywhere, as
That's
long as they do it
awesome.
live, of course.
All the listeners here can join in if you want, apart from Dead Meat GF, who's banned for maliciously posting 80085 all the time in all the quizzes.
Let's just say he's not uniquely responsible for that one.
He's got.
Well,
he's
no,
got
they always come in
sidekicks,
pairs.
said the actress to the bishop.
Not always.
And the verger, yes. Right, and so your quiz is going to be a number of rounds of quizzy stuff, picture rounds, multi-choice questions, that kind of thing. Then,
Well, it's
there
whoever
is this.
So, I haven't received anything yet, but I presume
you will.
that they were still being written.
I believe something has
Questions
to
are
be-
being written.
Yes.
Yeah,
Questions are
I
being
can add
written.
things. I can add things like if pictures would be appropriate, I can add those in as well. So.
I
Okay.
believe they were planning a picture round, but whether that happens or not, we'll find out next Saturday.
And then Amelia, we
Yeah.
do have a sister radio station. Are you
Yes, we
familiar
do.
with it? Yes. Who are?
I am. It's Live Radio.
Live Radio will be joining us at 3 p.m.
They are not doing a show.
No, they're doing something else. But it is under the Lave branding.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the Lave crew. Last year they did Would I Lave to You? So we'll see what they report. What they invest all of their time and effort in creating this year.
Yep.
But Psychit's got big ideas,
And
that's
then we have in the afternoon at 5 p.m. what is some people's highlight of the day. It is the raffle, I think.
Yep.
Now, lots and lots of people are bringing wonderful things, creations by the community, stuff they've donated. We've got extra tables because last time we ran out of tables and had to get 2 more. We have actually allowed an hour and a half for the raffle this time. Just so we don't
still might not be enough.
we don't stress Steph out too much. There are 3D printed spaceships of the giant variety. There is at least one set of VR. There are controllers. There are, you name it. There are fantastic concoctions and creations. There is even a Apology Officer, an officially certified banana for scale with a certificate.
Oh, man.
There can be one.
But has it been properly calibrated?
It has. It's a calibration certificate with it. Yep. And there's a big box of stuff that Special Effect have very kindly sent us down. There are also going into the raffle, but also for purchase for charity during the day, the first ever release of the Hutton Orbital Collected Works CD and special CD of music, community created music, all sorts for Special Effect. I believe it's a double CD and a swag bag of some sort that's been done by Commander Mindwipe. So there'll be a couple going in the raffle, but they also will be available for, I won't say for sale, for charity donations. including 15 of Hutton Orbital's finest songs.
Yeah.
I use the word finest loosely. So it's the first time.
It's a fairly limited edition, but Mindwipe did say he'd have the kit there to try and print some more if necessary. So
If it was popular and raising money for charity, yes.
yes.
Yep. And then, for some other people, their favourite thing is likely to be...
Dinner!
Flossy,
Yeah.
Flossie, do
Yeah.
you have a list of what's available for dinner?
I do, yes. Beef burgers, smoked hot dogs, chicken skewers, floured baps and hot dog rolls, sautéed onions, sliced cheese, chips, lots of chips, tomato, red onion and basil salad, garden leaf salad, buttered or hopefully some unbuttered corn on the cob, and coleslaw.
So it's our barbecue-y dinner, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know if anybody else has got... Who am I going to pick on this time? Who else has got the list handy? Apology officer? No, you don't have that one.
What? Eh?
Anybody else got the... Well, what's happening after dinner while you're digesting? Anybody?
Hang on,
entertainment.
scrolling up. Yes,
What do we have?
we have Tokoso and the Hutton Mayhem Band.
Tokuso and the Hutton Mayhem Band expanded this year
1930.
at 1930, which obviously is the marvellous Tom Cook Tokuso, who does all the music, I believe, for the Galnet News Digest, as well as loads of his own work, and he is being supported by members of the Hutton and ECM community on various instruments, bass, guitar, keyboards, drums, a triangle, that sort of thing.
Yeah. We
Didn't
apologise in advance.
Didn't he also do the...
No,
The
they're really
theme
good,
tune.
actually.
I was going to say, didn't he also do the theme tune for the Traveller RPG for Mongoose?
He could well have done, yes.
Possibly.
We'd have to look that up.
He's very good.
He is very,
And if you-
very good.
yes.
I mean, the Hutton Mayhem Band are actually, they're all very, very talented. I think we have
Yeah.
Commander Slopey on keyboards, we've got Katie Chaos on bass, we've got somebody else on guitar as well, and I've forgotten his name because he's used a really long, complicated name that I can't remember. And I don't want to use his real name in case he's not happy with that, but he's good, and he does things like 8-bit covers of stuff, or covers of 8-bit stuff. But then, after that, at 2100 hours, we're going to have...
Hutton
Yes.
Radio Show.
Way back!
It is Hugh Pratt live on stage.
Eh?
Yeah. Yes. He will be joining us for his first ever in-person Hutton radio show.
Oh, see. Yeah.
Yes.
Very excited.
And we are also, we've managed to resurrect and dig up from wherever he was buried, Commander Palantir, who will be joining us on stage for that one. Maybe a virtual Amelia, maybe a virtual apology officer as well.
Fingers
Yes.
crossed.
And the traditional frontier sketch. Yes.
Now I'm worried as well.
Yeah. Well, you're starring in it, so there we go. Right, and then at 2200 approximately, LCU No Fool Like One and the Barnard Star Script Department are releasing the latest edition of...
Dockers.
Dockers.
If you've not heard Dockers before, be warned, it's not safe for work, is all I'm going to say.
Not safe.
Not safe for anything.
It's no. I think we had one person one year say, it's a bit cliquey and in joke, this one is. Oh, yes, it is. But that's why there's a bar next door if you don't like it. So, but we like it, so it's good fun. And then we technically finish at 11 p.m. Well, that's when my work finishes. That's the end.
That's when we basically switch off the stage.
Yep. And everybody goes and plays Cards Against Everything and those kind of games.
Although if we've still got access to the room, then there'll probably still be racing going on because they just never seem to stop.
I'm willing to bet that, yes, there might be some late-night Artemis action, that kind of thing. Yeah. And Volcarius has got a Beat Saber challenge for everybody in the Volcarius Beat Saber challenge room. We've got 2 Artemis rooms. We've got racing. We've got arcades. We've got retro. Oh my goodness! Has Bapster brought every retro on the planet? Yeah, We've got Elite Miniatures. The sign-up form for Elite Miniatures is available via the Discord. If you go to the Elite Miniatures channel, do sign up in advance. That's sort of most of it. There are a few rules and regulations. Now, Michael,
Hello.
when you booked your ticket,
Yes.
you did confirm you were going to adhere to the terms and conditions,
Yes.
which can
That
be
does
boiled.
not mean sit on them so they stick to you.
Yeah, they boil down to one simple phrase,
Uh-huh.
which is be excellent to each other.
Oh, that's easy enough. I
mean, there's a long version of that as well. But be excellent to each other. It's a community event run by all of us for each other, and it's a bit hippie. And be kind, be friendly, be happy, and don't be mean. I think is the short version of it.
Perfect. Sounds delightful.
Yep, it is genuinely.
Just to be clear, I did get my dates wrong. It's the 12th to the 13th. So if you go outside on ECM, you ain't going to see meat ears.
Right, so you're not going to see that.
You know what?
Right.
You know what? I'm going to put this in Space News so I can talk about it.
Right, okay, fair enough.
We could have this written down.
Okay, well, I know we were joined by one or two listeners. We've already got one person saying, take my money, how do I get the CD? Well, Taran, we're not giving any raffle prizes away to people who aren't in the room, though, because the CD can be bought for charity. If you can find a willing victim to lay hands on it for you and organise transporting it to you or sending it to you, then I'm sure you might be able to purchase one for charity, maybe. Or they'll purchase it and maybe gift it to you or something like that. Yeah. What have I missed? Have I forgotten anything about the event? Litho, technical thing for anybody coming. If you are bringing computers, what should you do to them first, Litho?
Dunk them in a large vat of soapy water?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
If
You are bringing computers or anything of that type, please, before you come, preferably as soon as possible before you come, apply all of the updates, as Vulcarius demonstrated earlier.
Oh, that wasn't the thing I had in mind. I was going to say, put your name on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yes.
as well.
There will be a label machine, but with, I don't know how much tape is left in it, but if you do have a little label maker or something, stick your name
Anything
on
you
it.
bring that you're hoping to take with you, put a sticky label on with your name on, make it nice and clear. But yeah, apply updates before you come. Any games that you're expecting to play there, install and get up to date. We do have network available, but there's going to be a lot of people with a lot of machines, and we don't have a lot of bandwidth, so it matters.
Yes. Especially if you plug it in 30 seconds before the stream and it tries to download, I don't know, all of Windows or something. Yeah.
Yes. Also, if
Or
you're
Porthole
coming with
11.
a rig with a PC and 2 monitors and the sound system and whatever else, if you have a spare 4-way power adapter, bring it along as well. Again, labelled with your name. We never have enough. So.
Anything with frayed cables, though, will not be accepted and will be asked to put away. Not safe, not good. And with all of the wonderful treasure that's going to be out there, the retro gear, people's pride and joy computers, have a little bit of care for other people's stuff. Don't put your pint down next to somebody's pride and joy computer and do a Palantir and pour it all over the inside or anything. So there will be plenty of other tables. Just take great care.
Yeah.
And after lunch and after dinner and after snacks, please get the grease off your fingers before you start fiddling with other people's joysticks.
That's the one. Yes, but that's all qualified. And
Always the one.
don't forget your pocket lubricant and your magnetic fastened jumpsuit. Yes.
That's the one.
Resolution dice.
I do have. I did actually buy some additional controller batteries and a bottle of IPA, so I think we may be okay.
I've got a
Indeed,
charging
pale ale.
station on my controllers, so I've got a spare set of controllers and a charge station for them if it's got the integral batteries with the three little pins on the bottom. If you need. Right. That's it for the ECM update. We're excited about it, and if you're helping, then please do help. But if you're not helping and you're there just for the social, then go and sit in the main hotel bar unless we scream for you for more help, as otherwise the room gets a little bit crowded on the Friday night. Setup is from 7:30 in the evening, but 7:30 is when Lithobreaker gets loose with his spaghetti bundle of cable. and networks the room up and sets it up, and we lay out the tables. So don't start putting things down until we've got everything in place. We will give you a shout when you can start plugging things in if you want, but it will not be before probably 8:30 in the evening. And then final setup will be from early o'clock in the morning on the Saturday. We probably have access from 7 a.m. I believe.
That's assuming that anybody's awake by then and had breakfast by then.
I'll probably be passed out in the middle of the room from setting it up. Yes, and the usual health notices. Obviously, if you've got the lurgy, if you find out 24 hours beforehand, 48 hours beforehand, you've come down with the dreaded lurgy, do consider that there are people going to be at the event for whom the lurgy is not just an inconvenience, it is a major unpleasantness. So do look after your health, and if you do come down with plague, just let us know. It's not a problem. You can join in remotely and look after each other. That qualifies under the, be excellent to each other. And bubble wrap protocol is now engaged, particularly on Morpheus, who's not lifting anything heavy until he loads his car. Yes.
Also, do look after yourselves in the sense of stay hydrated, keep your blood sugar under control. If you're on medications, bring them along and remember to take them, etc., etc., etc.
And we're not just guessing on this one, bit of experience. No. Yes. Yeah.
Dave, with a bit of luck, you might get to hear the Hutton Mayhem Band this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you your blood sugar is not particularly well managed and you forget to eat for 48 hours before the event, don't be surprised if we lump you over the head with a hammer and put you in the ambulance before we start to save time. Yes. Mentioning no names.
Sounds like being there May 4th. Look after myself better than usual then.
Yes. And obviously the crew will have crew badges on there, but if you do need help with anything, just ask. Don't suffer in silence. Find somebody, ask, and we're bound to help. And same if you are of a nervous disposition and find it difficult to introduce yourself to people, the best thing you can do is come and find one of the crew and we can introduce you to people. But then again, there are also quiet spaces if you need it. It's a very relaxed environment.
Yeah.
Apart from around the Hungry Hippos table, no fighting, okay? No fighting.
Oh, we didn't mention Beat Up Paige.
A what?
The Beat Up Paige.
Oh, Paige fight, yes. We've moved Paige this year.
She's in the bar
Paige
getting drunk.
is migrating to the bar. So when you go get a drink, you will find a big screen next to the bar with a copy of things like Gang Beasts and Stick Fight on it, and Paige from Special Effect. And every time you walk past her, she's going to yell, "Fight me, bitch!" At which point that's your cue to pop over and talk to her and say hi.
And possibly Amelia on the same machine as well.
We'll see.
Maybe, but yes,
I'm not very tech savvy, so we'll see.
But there is a station
right.
in the bar, and
The complex tech's at our end.
And if anybody does want to join that as well, who can't be there, please do drop us a note, and we will see if we can accommodate. Obviously, it is the Page Fight station, but if you feel like popping in and having your face on screen and saying hi to everybody who's at the event and you can't make it, I'm looking at Taran 4295 by example on this one, then do drop us a note, and I'm sure we can come up with something where you can pop into the bar and speak to a few of the regulars. Is that it now? Have we got everything? Oh, the Hutton Pants. They're coming back.
The Hutton Pants. They are.
Yes. Yep. Somebody will be going home with the Hutton Pants.
There has been a request from the current bearer of the pants that a new rule should be instated that you're not allowed to win them 2 years in a row. This has been squashed. This is not happening. If he gets them again, it will be celebrated.
Oh, that's like a please take them away kind of thing.
Yeah, I think he's risking divorce if he takes them home again. On display
Not
in
only
the
that,
house.
he's on the train, so...
Oh dear, right. Taran says, well, I'll tell you what, Taran, 4295, Paige is finishing about 4:30 on that computer, so if you wanted to do an evening shift, or what is our evening, then you'd be welcome to pop in. As long as you've got a copy of a few games or something, you can pop into the bar. There we go. I'm going to hand over to somebody else to talk now on space news stuff. Should we do the theme tune?
Yeah, get the theme tune in.
Oh, I don't even know which button it is now. Is it this one?
Space news, space news, space news, space news, space news, space news, space news.
Right, I think it's Amelia to lead on this one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, this is my first ever space news thing, isn't it? I've never done
Yeah.
it before. I hope I get it right. Okay, so I gave you the website there. So basically, I was wrong. It's not the 16th. It was the 12th to the 13th, like I originally said. It's the Perseids, which is basically this massive amount of debris that is shed by a comet that orbits our star every 133 years or so. The comet's called 109P, Swift-Tuttle. And basically, we plow into the debris it leaves at 59 kilometers a second, and it vaporizes in our atmosphere, and we get this really, really pretty meteor shower. So that happens on the night of the 12th, and it's best viewed after midnight. We do have like a fairly bright moon that night, so that instead of seeing 60 meteors an hour, you might only see about I don't know 15 or something like that. But you should still see, because some of them are massive and bright and fireball-like, and they leave like streaks in the sky for seconds, because they burn so hot and so bright. But it's really cool, and you should go and have a look at it. And it's on Tuesday night. I think it's Tuesday the 12th. Yeah. It's Tuesday night. Best time would be after midnight. Hopefully you've got no clouds in your area. I probably will have, knowing my luck. But if you haven't got clouds in your area and it's after midnight between the 12th and the 13th of August, then you should really go and take a peek, because these things are just stunning.
That sounds good. So that's like Tuesday into Wednesday?
Yeah, Tuesday into Wednesday.
Yeah, that sounds good.
The closer before dawn you get, the better, because of the way we're driving into the showers. So that's the side of the planet that's getting hit most.
Yeah.
So if you want to get up crazy early instead of going to bed crazy late, that works too.
Yeah, okay. That'd
be Wednesday.
Yes.
So
don't get up crazy early on Tuesday morning.
No. Well, you can if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
I'm really excited to go outside and stare at clouds.
Yes, I'm the same. I'm quite looking forward to it. I'm like, whoa.
Gets me out in the fresh air for a bit.
Yeah.
So that means that Wednesday everybody wakes up blind, and then the Triffids take over. Yeah, that's right.
That's the one.
That sounds about right. Sorry, that was it.
Okay. Right,
Actually,
next one. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to chip in very briefly on that one. I've just seen that there's supposed to be a conjunction of Venus and Jupiter on about the same dates. Keep an eye out for that as well.
That's sounding a bit polyamorous.
Oh, they're at it again. Yeah.
They're at it again. They're always at it.
For me, it will just be clouds, but I'm sure it's happening.
I expect so, yeah. It'll either be clouds or possibly clouds and rain.
Most likely.
So, what do we have on the screen next?
Next up, we have an article about the best space flight simulation games ranked. So it gives you like a kind of top 10.
Should we do a countdown? In
let's
10!
It's Underspace.
Undergarments.
Released in April the 10th, 2024. Platform PC and Pasta Space Interactive. Okay. Don't know that one.
A spiritual successor to Freelancer, apparently.
Did you say Pasta Space?
Yes.
Pasta Space, yes.
That's the developer.
Space.
Yes. Yeah.
In 9!
9 is Everspace 2, released on 6th of April 2023. PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Developer is Rockfish
2,
Games.
It's not really a sim, but it is quite fun. I do recommend that one.
Okay. In 8!
Freelancer. I didn't know this was still in the go.
Antique.
Release date 4th of March 2003. Platform PC. And developer was Digital Anvil. I played a lot of this game. This was excellent. I remember
it had 128 multiplayer.
Yep. And I remember it had a lot of the really good mod community as well, because I did a Voyager at one point.
Yeah, it was the sequel to Starlancer from 3 years beforehand as well, I think.
I don't think I ever saw that one, but I just encountered Freelancer at one point. And I thought, oh, okay, that's a cool, and I really liked it.
Now, in 7.
In 7 is Starfield, Release date 6th of September 2023, Xbox Series XS and PC. And it's Bethesda.
That's a good game, but I wouldn't call it a space flight sim.
Well,
Yeah.
there are some rumours they're changing the space flight bit. It's a great story sci-fi kind of game, but yeah, the space flight bit is fast travel. Yeah.
I gotta admit,
Space combat is not terrible.
No, but
There's very little of it.
it's in space. Actually, the walking around planet bit and the missions and everything those are good fun.
Yeah.
Those are good fun.
it is nice being able to walk around your ship and have your base on your ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
If
That's
you
kinda
like Skyrim and you like sci-fi, then it's not a bad game.
Okay, so in 6.
It's Star Citizen. Release date, nobody knows. Platform PC.
Never.
Developer is Cloud Imperium Games.
I don't know how they justify December 23rd, 2017.
That's
Not
possibly
yet
when
released.
the...
Yes.
Yes.
One of the
Isn't
betas
it?
will have come out that day.
I was going to say, isn't it
Yeah.
still in beta?
Yeah.
Alpha.
And I like how they
Yes.
call it... I like how it's
Alpha.
called Cloud Imperium Games. It's like more like Cloud Imperial Game.
No.
Just-
They've got the walkabout one as well. 'cause
Squadron
they had to
42,
split the game
yeah,
in half
Squadron
because it was
42.
too big.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay then. Right, we'll give
So
them
there's two
then.
games they haven't released yet.
Yeah.
And it's got its own equivalent of CQC as well. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex,
then-
And it's got a whole
I like-
2 star systems.
I was going to
And-
say, I like this. A staggering £8 million pound budget.
800
and
million.
No,
13
no.
Sorry,
800
800 million budget. Yeah, a 13-year development, and it still isn't anywhere near being released. But don't worry, the
It
devs
has-
will sell you
we're not
custom
gonna knock
spaceships
it
for
too much.
hundreds and
Yeah.
even thousands of dollars.
Which you can get in-game by playing it. Much the same. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Right. Number 5.
But with limited edition skins.
Number 5 is Star Wars Starfighter 1 and 2. Released in 21st of February 2001 and 11th of March 2002. Platforms Xbox, PS2 and 3, PC, and Xbox, PS2, 3 and 4. Developers LucasArts, Blitz Games, Secret Level.
Not as good
oh.
as X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Sorry. But it
Well,
wasn't.
X-Wing versus TIE Fighter may be next, and I
It
was
might
wondering if that's in 5, I wonder whether Rogue Squadron is coming up. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think so. And number 4?
Star Wars Rogue Squadron series. Release date 3rd of December 1998, 18th of November 2001, and 21st October 2003. Platforms Nintendo 64, PC, GameCube, and it was released by LucasArts and Factor 5.
Trench Run was good.
there-
I'll give him that. Yeah,
Just-
Trench Run was good on that.
All
There
these-
has been, so that 2003 is also, there has been a newer Rogue Squadron since those in the last
Yeah.
few years. So
You know, just for the record, all these Star Wars spaceflight sims you can actually get on a bundle on Steam.
Oh, you can, yes.
You get them all together, and you get a discount when you buy the bundle.
And in number 3, we have...
No Man's Sky. Release date was 12th of August 2016. Available on Xbox One Series, Xbox X and S, PS4 and 5, Nintendo Switch 1, 2, and PC. And it was released by Hello Games.
And it
I
basically...
don't-
Oh, go on.
I don't like the fact in No Man's Sky you can't have a female character. You know, it's been out for years now, and they've introduced aliens, robots, everything but female characters.
Everything
You can't have a
except a
male
woman.
character either. They're all sort of gender non-specific.
Yeah, but I mean, they're gender non-specific characters. Are very masculine. Have you seen them?
Yeah, fair point.
Anyway, yeah, it had a pants initial release, but it's got a load better afterwards because they just keep updating it for free, which has been great, given that it's been out for a million years. And yes, well done them, and they keep winning awards for it too. And so in number 2...
is Star Wars Squadrons.
it's
Release
quite
date 2nd of October 2020. Available on Xbox One, PS4 and PC, and the developer is Motive.
I think that's the one I was thinking of when I said Rogue Squadron. I'm pretty sure that's the one I had in mind.
Yeah, okay.
So great things about this one: when you are in the ships, like the TIE Fighter or the Y-wing or whatever, particularly if you're in VR, it really does feel like, oh my goodness, I'm in this ship. It is,
and it's got an actual setting that turns off any other HUD, so you've just got the actual ship instrumentation.
Absolutely.
I think,
The bad thing about it is you start at one end of a tiny scenario, you blast everybody between that end and the other end, a bit capture the flag-ish, and then it's over. There's a story in there. The flight model's exceptional. It's a real pity they didn't do more with it. And in number one,
is Elite Dangerous. Release date 2nd of April 2015.
Completely made up.
Platforms are Xbox One, PS4, PC, and the developer was Frontier Developments. Yeah, I'm wondering about that as well. I wonder if that's when.
Yeah,
when
is it any good?
Wasn't it December? Wasn't it like end of 2014?
It was like December. Yeah, it was nearly.
Yeah.
When did the Kickstarter start? Oh no, that's after the Kickstarter, isn't it?
Yeah, years before that.
And I know the Xbox one didn't come out until it was like October 2015.
Well, 16th of December 2014 was the initial release date, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's completely wrong date.
completely the wrong date. But is it any good?
No,
It's
I don't know.
brilliant.
I haven't played a lot.
I've heard it's a dead game.
Yeah. I've heard it's, what was
There's
that, a
nothing
mile
to do.
wide and an inch deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it could
No
be
one,
dead good.
no one plays that game for more than about
Yeah.
10 or 11 years.
But congratulations to Frontier on being recognised on that one. Well done, everybody. I agree with you.
I presume that if you just scroll down briefly, does it say one-to-one Galaxy? Has it got all the features in the article there?
It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
particularly
It doesn't,
say one-to-one Galaxy, but it does say something about a rendition of the Milky Way.
But they say it's the
It is quite
sturdiest and
complicated,
most polished space sim experience. Yeah, the flight model is absolutely exceptional. Absolutely exceptional.
Yeah, I've said every ECM I've said to Frontier, the flight model is basically my favourite thing. So.
Yes.
I mean, they do mention in it that it's not without its flaws and things like that. They don't make it as a perfect game, but
Just
it's
better
the
than
best.
any of the others.
Yeah, it's just better than any of that other stuff.
Yeah, it is, yeah. As a space sim, absolutely. Right, should we move on to the next one? Now, this
Yes.
one, who put this one in?
Me.
Okay. Then, Tiddly-pom.
Yep. NASA are going to build. They're fast tracking plans to build a nuclear reactor on the moon by 2030, and I don't mean 8:30.
I don't believe that date.
I don't believe that date.
I think they've found a way to make a certain Oompa Loompa give them money.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think Mars is that close to Earth in that picture.
No, I don't
I think that picture
no,
might be
that's
Photoshopped.
That's other moon.
I don't think any of it's to
Wait.
scale.
Moon
If that's
2.
the moon, who's taking the picture and from where?
That's an asteroid.
Exactly.
Space
No, that's
Nazis.
other moon.
Makes sense.
Space Nazis, they all live on the moon. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, the
Never seen
picture
Iron
taken
Sky.
from the Death Star.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
yeah, I don't think much of that trench.
they've only given £5 million to the companies designing the reactor, which won't make very much, honestly. That won't even get it into
Is
orbit.
that do I see a Starfleet symbol there on that picture that you've got a bit of?
No, it's one of China's.
Top right.
Top right, the little blue Starfleet symbol.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Not quite.
it's probably Space Force.
China's
be
Space
ESA,
Force, though.
Yeah, all their stuff, all the Space Force stuff looks like Star Trek anyway.
Yep. So, U.S. Transport Secretary Sean Duffy was appointed temporary head of NASA by somebody. Wrote to NASA, and they want to generate 100 kilowatts of power.
Well, if they can pull it off, that'd be great to see.
About
Yeah,
the
I
same
don't
as
think they're actually going to build it on the moon. I think it's going to be built on Earth and sent to the moon.
100. Yeah, well, 100 kilowatt hours is kind of like one house for a week.
No,
Thereabouts.
100 kilowatts, not kilowatt hours.
Yes, I can see. I can see that.
right. And the next
So
one.
in
This
other
week-
words,
in
if-
the
if-
article. I was just going to say, I
so-
wonder if
so
that's a
if-
mistake in the article, because if it only does 100 kilowatts total,
No, that would be kilowatt hours again.
Yeah.
No. Well, yeah. It's that running for an hour should be able to power like a house for a week.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it does say at least 100 kilowatts of power.
Yeah.
Could be more.
Or a couple of
kilowatts is
incandescent
a
light
lot
bulbs.
for space use.
I tell you what, though, if they get problems with the heating, they'll be easy enough to cool down.
Cooling in space is
harder
quite
than you think
difficult.
in the vacuum.
Surprisingly tricky in space. Yeah.
Cooling in
Just
space is
open it.
really hard.
Yeah.
Just open it to the not elements.
No, you can't just
That's
crack
the
open
problem
a-
with no elements.
Yeah.
Right.
You rely entirely on radiative heating rather than any conduction, which makes it a lot harder.
Yes.
Which is why the top picture had lots of radiators, basically.
Right.
Yes.
Now, this next one, before I put it up on screen, for those that think that we pull the news articles completely out of our bottoms before we do the show...
You are correct.
This, yeah, but I have to eat something first. We were talking about the polyamorous spaceships and the space squid and the cigar-shaped, impressive-looking structure and vegans in space and 3 pairs of turtles, or tortoises. Guess what?
It's all real.
Okay. Take it away, please, Michael.
Sure. So these are the winners of the Project Hyperion Design Contest, which has envisioned polyamorous people thriving on board cigar-shaped crafts.
So there, I didn't invent that, okay? It did not come from my cheese-filled imagination. It's real, okay?
It says cigar-shaped. Are they penis-shaped?
Well, the official description is spaceships modelled on jellyfish, 3D printed homes, polyamorous relationships, and vegetarian diets are among the ways in which experts have envisaged making interstellar travel feasible.
Right. And there is an impressive-looking cigar-shaped ship. Yes, okay.
Yeah, that is impressive looking. And then it's going to be completely overtaken and outdated when somebody invents a faster-than-light drive.
Yeah. So it's a 58-kilometre long cigar-shaped spacecraft, and it says here, with 3D printed living quarters, communal spaces including parks, libraries and galleries, farms and biomes, such as tropical forests. Yep, so...
Vegan diet.
Okay.
That counts me out.
Well, and yes, they are going to be vetted by living in isolated Antarctic bases, and family structures would change, but they would be allowed to have children, but not with the same partners. You see, it's all true, the article. And I was just trying to find... the proposal also includes designs for loose-fitting clothes, see, we don't make it up, with large sealable pockets to prevent items from falling out. Yeah, the mission would include 3 pairs of turtles chosen for their longevity, relatively inactive, and resistant to disease. So there you go. It's all...
You know... People transporting turtles on ship has got a somewhat checkered history. I don't know if you remember when they tried to bring them back. Every time they tried to bring them back to the Galapagos, they ate them because they were just too delicious not to eat.
Yep. And to go one step further, the Systema Stellare Proximum, which obviously who was it who was reading that one?
That was me.
That was you, yeah. And guided by a non-human collective intelligence and human council. There we go. For nature and man in all its forms. Yes. So, yeah. We don't make these articles up. They're all real. So there.
It's interesting that the weirdest one of the night has got a complete background in reality. You go, no, that's the one that's true.
Yes.
My goodness,
Go on then.
missed this line in the first read-through. Other notable entries include Endless Beyond the Stars, which includes floating light created from biogas generated from the bodies of the dead. Can't fault it for practicality, but my golly, that's a bit macabre.
Also known as corpse lights.
Yeah, you light up your gas lamp and think, thank you, Auntie Mabel. I mean, what?
So, yes.
I'm thinking,
who should we
vegan
like
diets,
today?
yes.
Yeah. This is your this is your.
We can't have
smoked
Uncle
barbecue.
Fred. He's burnt down to the knees.
Yes. Yes, we have to go to red alert. Well, that will mean switching to Uncle Fred. Yes.
Yes. I'm just thinking about that as well. That's going to be like ghosts floating through, like luminous gas floating through.
Oh,
made from the dead.
Yeah.
Haunted spaceships.
There is a sci-fi horror movie in this one, isn't there? Definitely.
Oh, there
Oh,
is, isn't there?
for sure, yeah.
A really good one.
Yeah. And finally, this was another one from Michael. Not so much space, but space age tech.
I'm excited for that.
Read you this one if you like. So, yes, it's a battery-powered spoon that can make food taste more salty without using any salt.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, particularly targeted at the Japanese market, because, of course, we've got lots of very salty foods like miso and soy sauce and so on.
Yeah.
But
they eat
it's
a lot of
weak
fish and things as
electric
well, don't they?
current. Sorry, what was
Well, that's interesting then. So yeah.
Yeah, so it uses. Hang on, it had the explanation here.
I
Basically,
wanna-
it uses the current to attract sodium ions in the tongue to the point where
So-
you're eating.
So that sounds like electrolysis, which sounds like it would produce chlorine gas if applied to water mixed with salt.
Does that mean you're eating your own tongue? If you're
You're basically tasering your own tongue and going, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're drawing,
that tastes salty.
like, everything tastes salty now. My tongue's gone fucking numb.
I
But
want a
that's like-
salty spoon.
Yeah, but if that's drawing salt ions in your tongue, you're eating your own tongue.
I don't know how much of the of your tongue would whether the bonds in your
That's gonna
tongue
be
would susceptible
I was going to say,
It's-
as opposed to somebody else's tongue. But anyway.
Yeah, at least it's your own tongue you're eating. It's not like it's somebody else's.
I don't know where it's been.
Yes, but apparently it's a great way to cut down on salt by not using any.
Yeah, or by not using that spoon, you just go, no, I've had enough.
But yes, so next time you're eating, try and lick don't lick batteries. That's probably bad.
This would be great for people with heart conditions that love the taste of salt.
Yeah,
Let's just
Oh, yeah.
electrocute people with heart conditions.
Yeah.
Clear!
and then poison them with chlorine gas.
You imagine the testing. It's like, okay, can you let us know if this is set too high? Zap. Your tongue just goes all floppy.
Is that one dead? Yeah, that one's dead. Okay, get them in the lighting system.
Yeah, the salt and pepper squid
Funny,
game.
I'm sure they had hair before they tried licking the spoon.
Right.
Presumably, this
Lick
is why
the
it only
spoon.
has 4 levels of saltiness.
Yes.
Oh god, the puns are
Anything
coming
above
out.
that.
By the
Unlike
way,
forums.
in chat about the previous article, comments like he won't come out of his shell, Trevor, and turtle lockdown. Oh dear.
They want
Keep
to know
up,
if the
keep up.
turtles are polyamorous as well.
Yep. It just takes them a while for a run up. Right.
Oh, it's not so bad in Zero G.
Yes.
Oh, imagine turtles in Zero G. They would love it.
just play the Ride of the Valkyries in really slow as they approach.
They
Anyway,
wouldn't be really slow because they wouldn't weigh anything. They would love it.
Yeah. The
Oh, dear.
alarming mobility of the 0G tortoise.
right, okay, we'll move on now. That is the end of this week's space and not spacey but really high-tech things news.
I suppose it would be quite hard for them to get purchase.
Do we have a word of the week?
We do have a word of the week, and word of the week this week is lamprophony.
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 And what does that mean?
It means speaking in loud and clear tones.
Loud and clear tones. Can you use it in a sentence, please?
I can use it in a sentence. Although a naturally introverted and subdued person, Van Tian could turn on the lamprophony for the Hutton News broadcast.
You know, I miss the funny ones.
Bugger off, that was funny!
Anyway,
I don't like you
for anyone,
anymore.
for anyone who's interested, the spelling and the meaning is now coming across your screens.
How very dare you!
Maybe I can help reintroduce them in a bit.
Don't
Right.
like you anymore.
Okay, it's now time for Vicarious. Here we go.
Space facts, lots of space facts that what do you need to know? Being from Hutton straight to your brain. Being from Hutton straight to your brain. Being from
Welcome to Space Facts, where this week we'll cover a whole bunch of things which space isn't. There's a load of stuff which no longer works, can't be done, or for which allowances must be made. But enough about keeping Hutton Orbital flying for another week. It's time to fill up your mug at the bunghole, letibulate in the bar, and enjoy your Cuddle Me buff. Well, until the gravity machine stops working, everyone starts drifting away, and we all have to call in the floor, wall, and ceiling mopping guy. In the meantime, fact number 1. Space is fundamentally unsound, and not just because of Hutton Orbital. It literally has no sound. While the density of the interstellar medium can vary, as we covered in a previous Space Facts about nebulae, it's still billions of times too sparse to transport audible vibrations into a human ear. The only vibrations which can make their way through open space are super low frequency, made by phenomena such as black holes stirring up plasma. However, that measured frequency is 57 octaves below middle C on a piano. For those unacquainted with pianos, the whole thing spans a little over 7 octaves. But in any case, do try your best not to screw up out there, because in space, no one can hear you apologise. Fact number 2. 2 related items unsuitable for use in space are normal pens and normal pencils. Ink-based pens, including ballpoint pens, rely on gravity to pull ink down from the cartridge to the paper. Wooden pencils can write, but they're not allowed because they are both a fire and inhalation hazard, where floating graphite shavings and fragments can combust or damage equipment. Mechanical pencils can write cleanly enough, and the best are space pens with pressurized ink cartridges. Fact number 3. For a similar particulate reason, the most common food which cannot be consumed in space is bread. Alongside other items of crumbly goodness such as bickies, crisps and cereal bars, and also granular condiments such as salt and pepper, the floating crumbs and granules are dangerous to equipment, they're an inhalation hazard, and they're a contaminant for air filters. Because of this, astronauts have to eat bendy tortilla bread, bite-sized snacks coated with oil or gelatin, highly processed or freeze-dried foods, and liquid condiments, including liquid salt and liquid pepper. Apparently, those actually exist. Fact number 4. Speaking of freezing, a whole bunch of consumer electronics stop working in space due to low temperatures. This includes batteries, cameras in their sensors, LCD screens, solar panels, and really most standard cheap electronic parts commercially available, out of which most consumer devices are created. The general problems are a combination of chemical differences and material contraction once super cold, and even the special space solar panels designed to work at 100 Kelvin can still break if exposed to rising and falling temperature cycles. Alongside anything mechanical involving hydraulics, lubricants or propellants, most gadgetry needs active temperature control to operate it out in the black. And fact number 5. Just for doing things in space, there's a whole laundry list of stuff which doesn't work. One of these is literally laundry, where clothes are worn for as long as possible, then discarded. Other things which one simply cannot do in space are walking, where without gravity you need handrails and footholds, showering, where sponge baths are used in place of having flowing water, sleeping in beds, where to avoid drifting away you need a sleeping bag strapped to the wall, exercising, where free weights or weight machines don't provide mechanical load or for muscles without gravity, so you need special machines which use vacuum cylinders and elastic resistance, although treadmills still work if you wear a harness. Trampolining, which doesn't work at all in 0G despite what the script said in the intro, although a double trampoline solution may be possible. Milking cows, also despite what the script said in Article 4, which would cause blobs of milk floating around, and drinking from a Hutton mug, which would also cause blobs of megagin floating around. So instead of that, you need a drinking pouch or a special container with a straw, and that's it.
Space facts, lots of space facts. What do you need to know? Info hot straight to your brain. Beam from hot straight to your brain. Beam from hot straight to your brain.
Thank you very much, Commander Volcarius. I see my script is going ticky 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 in front of me. There was a sandwich on Gemini 3 apparently.
Yeah, John Young, the astronaut who was the pilot, smuggled one aboard from a local jelly near the flight centre where all of the astronauts really loved the sandwiches. And once they were on orbit, he pulls this thing out of his suit pocket and offers a bite to Gus Grissom. This led to a congressional hearing and nearly got him permanently removed from the flight roster.
I told you. I told you, no bread.
Totally worth it.
Apparently they were really nice. Corned beef. Apparently it was a really nice sandwich though, from that deli.
I think you can have corned beef. You can have highly processed meat. That's no problem.
Oh yeah, but the bread it was wrapped in was nice, fresh, locally baked bread. So yeah, really not.
Okay, right.
Was that wasn't on Apollo 13 by any chance, was it?
No, Gemini 3.
Gemini 3, right? Well, that's okay then.
Okay, now Flossie, are you ready? Have you had lubricants for your voice ready for this one? Because it's been a big CG. This one, there's a lot to talk about.
Yep. Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
When the universe is in trouble, bug infestations in the bubble, your home station's burned rubble. What on earth can we do now? Interstellar initiatives. Let Flossy tell you what it is. Then you can get involved with this. You should listen to what Flossy says. Interstellar initiative. Flossy tells us what she thinks it is. Then you can get involved with this. Now you should listen to what Flossy says.
Hello, Flossy here with this week's CG News. There are 2 new CGs this week, running alongside the current 4-week CG. First, defend Trailblazer resupply routes. Brewer Corporation has issued an urgent call for assistance following a wave of pirate attacks targeting the Minerva-based resupply efforts of the Trailblazer fleet. A Brewer Corporation spokesperson commented, "The Trailblazer fleet remains a key element in supplying humanity's expansion into the stars and exploiting the opportunities this affords. It's disappointing, if not surprising, that some forces would prefer to see that vision of independence fail. Commanders can support this initiative by destroying hostile pirate forces found at the nav beacon or hazardous resource extraction sites in the Minerva system. Bounty vouchers must then be redeemed at Starlay Station. Pilots who register at least one contribution will receive the following rewards: a blue metallic brewer decal, 1 2B railgun pre-engineered with long-range and high-capacity modifications, plus the feedback cascade effect. Credits depending on success tier achieved and individual contribution level. Pilots in the top 75% and above of contributions will receive 1 additional railgun, and if at least tier 3 is reached, all contributing pilots will also receive 1 additional railgun. The campaign began today, the 7th of August, and will run for 2 weeks. To earn rewards, you must sign up as an active participant before handing in bounty vouchers at Starlay Station in the Minerva system. Only bounty vouchers handed in after signing up will count towards your personal contribution total. The bounty vouchers must have been awarded by either the system's controlling faction or the major faction aligned with the system controller. Second CG is a continuation of Brewer Corporation calls for Trailblazer resupply for a further 2 weeks. As of 1900 UTC this evening, the CG is getting closer to Tier 7, with nearly 726 million units collected by 36,043 contributors. That is a record so far. And the third CG, Hutton Orbital requires supplies. Hutton Orbital has placed a request for deliveries to be made to the village hotel station in the Coventry system. An event is due to take place there, with commanders travelling using various means of transport, including T9s, haulers, Panther Clippers, DBXs, and even Shanks's pony, to the venue from all corners of the galaxy to take part. Anyone interested should sign up as an active participant, register, before delivering computer equipment, items for raffle prizes which can include rare goods, as well as every type of alcohol available, including but not limited to Centauri Mega Gin, Indy Bourbon, Lavian Brandy, Bass Snake Gin, Iran and Pearl Whiskey and Conga Ale. Plus, of course, non-alcoholic beverages such as Enyar Coffee, Fusion Tea and ceremonial Heike Tea to the village hotel station in the Coventry system. The CG started today and will run for 8 days. Rewards include a double brace belly, laughter and the company of other commanders on Saturday 16th of August. Be aware that traffic jams, hot sunshine and other disruptive events can negatively impact road and railway journeys, causing stress and tiredness and preventing the initiative from running smoothly. However, we are Hutton truckers and will overcome these minor setbacks to have a great elite community meet. And that's it for this week's news.
I did pause to wait for you to say, and that's it.
I know, and I forgot it. I forgot it.
And that's it for this week's Community Gold News. Anybody else want to join in? Yes.
I just brought up some stats there. So the previous record should be Battle for Sol Destroy Titan Cassio, which had 22,957 participants. And yes, this one was at 36,000, just over 36,150 at the moment. So
yeah, I've never known more than that. So yeah,
it's gone over 50% more than it's an absolutely huge number of commanders.
Yeah,
it bodes well. It bodes well. They're obviously making the right decisions over at CGHQ.
Yeah,
which is a bit like GCHQ, just the other way around. Yes. It's less difficult to get into it, I think. Anyway, thank you very much, Flossy. So, Michael, if you're there, would you like to introduce our next segment for us?
Very well then. Introducing Beetlejude and Wotherspoon with Galnet News Digest.
Galnet News Update, 7th of August 3311. Galactic party pooper Princess Aisling Duval has been instructed to reinstate the supply of cigars that are essential for commanders wanting to make friends with engineer Hira Tani. And the Pilots Federation has promised that in future no power will be permitted to prevent the sale of 5 essential rare goods that are required for engineer unlocks. The move comes after the 35-year-old niece of the Emperor moved into Kamitra and banned the sale of the legal narcotic Kamitra cigars. It's possible that this was due to an overzealous bureaucrat misinterpreting Princess Aisling's instructions to ban the sale of illegal drugs. The problem was that power distributor and power plant tuning expert engineer Hira Tani will not do business unless you've bribed her with 50 of the stinky fire tubes. meaning that new members of the Pilots Federation were prevented from using Ms. Tani's services. The Pilots Federation deemed this interference in the organisation unacceptable. Galnet Digest can confirm that Kamitra cigars are back on sale, with 68 available to purchase at a time, more than enough to satisfy the narcotic-addicted boffin. The availability of 4 other rare goods is also being guaranteed by the Pilots Federation, with Laurie Jameson's Conga Ale, Brew Tarquin's Fujin Tea, Elvira Martook's Soontil Relics, and Didi Vataman's Lavian Brandy all now on the protected supply list. Galnet Digest has verified that these are all on sale, although commanders wishing to unlock Laurie Jameson, Brew Tarquin and Didi Vataman may need to make more than one trip. Meanwhile, here's a challenge for Hutton truckers. Why not visit Espenac Prospect in 13 Andromedae? It sure beats Hutton as a hard-to-get-to location.
I like the way he drops that in without any details other than, oh, there's a space station going really fast away from me. Don't know what that's all about.
In the background, I think it's quite close to a gravity well, probably a black hole.
Ooh. Well, we've got one near a black hole. I've not visited it yet. But we may have to go and get some. Can somebody go visit that one, please? What was the name of it? Something Andromedae?
Espenac Station. I missed the system name now.
Something 13 or something Andromedae. Well, we'll have to ask Commander 13 Andromedae. There we go. Well, can somebody go there and find out what he's talking about, please, and why it's difficult? I don't think it's the distance that's the problem. Right. Well, it's coming towards the end of the show, and I need to go and have a lie down after all the shenanigans of getting ECM stuff. We have had notification that the person who had forgotten to book their ticket entirely has just realised and said, whoops. And I believe they... Oh, I was sure I'd done it, they said. No, you didn't, and yes, you are doing it now, aren't you? And they've said, well, I don't really do the food thing anyway during the day. Yeah, we'd noticed. Yes. Anyway, but yeah, so that one is now resolved. Apparently it's 7 light seconds from the star. That's...
black hole.
Black hole, yes. That could be quite cool. Right, so the next time I'm going to see you all, well, most of you, is going to be in person next Saturday. So,
indeed.
Yay. I don't know what I've forgotten, but if I've forgotten it, well, we'll make it up as we go along.
We usually do.
Yeah. I think, what did you say early on? It's ECM. Nothing goes to plan. Well, there is a plan.
Everything. Nothing goes to plan. Yeah.
Yeah, but we also plan for the plan going wrong. Yeah, absolutely.
I've got 6 rolls of duct tape already for it, so anybody makes a noise, we can just bind them up and stick them in a corner. It's fine.
Right, well, we need one more question for anybody before I switch my brain off. So, Valkyrius, give me one question that you need the answer to for ECM.
No. I can't really think of anything, to be honest, unless you were hinting at something.
No, I'm just double-checking there are no questions. If you have no questions, just say for the mug.
No, you've more than covered it. So yeah, absolutely for the mug.
Amelia?
For the mug.
For the mug. Apology officer? No. They've run away.
I was muted. For the mug.
For the mug. Okay. Flossy, you got any questions?
Nope. For the mug.
And Michael, you got any questions?
For the mug.
Litho?
Want any toast?
Pardon?
Do you want any toast?
There wasn't any toast.
Talkie Toast is going to be there.
What about a bagel?
Do you
Oh my
want
god, I
any
can't
toast?
believe you get that reference.
How can you not get it?
No, I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it, let alone get it.
Yeah.
Took me a moment or two, but...
Right. And on that rather toasty note, what we're going to do now is we're going to play the credits and we're going to go and raid somebody. So should we just have a quick look at who's available to raid for this evening? Usual rules apply. Pop in there, give them a hearty for the mug, and be sort of Hutton truckerish. Who have we got? Now, we're not going to raid anybody that's got loads of people. So let's have a look, shall we? Who have we got? You spot any? Deathly silence.
What are we spotting?
Somebody to go and raid. Let's have a look.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not on it.
They've got loads of people. They don't need help. They've got loads of people. They don't need help. What have we got? We've got DR Grand Reefer.
You know, there's a drop-down filter that allows you to filter out the lowest amount of viewers first.
Sort by viewers low to high. Is that the one you mean?
There you go. That's the one.
Yep. There's Jack_Spanner out in the black again.
Oh, we've got Dimetron with Into the Black, and they've currently got one viewer. Ooh.
Oh.
Should we? It says Space English Darkness Fun with Dimetron.
Okay.
So we're going to go and raid Dimetron. Give them a hearty for the mug from Hutton Orbital. In the meantime, Amelia, we're going to do a quiet one this evening because my poor ears have had it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, and we don't want to wake Mooncake.
For the mug.
For the mug.
For the mug.
For the mug.
No journey too long and no cargo too small. The profit margins never really mattered at all. We're gonna take the cargo where it's needed today. Super cruising all across the Milky Way. We'll take anything, anytime, anywhere. Loading up the T-9s to the brim with grace. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug. Now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. For the mug. Flossy always seems to crash into the sun. Swivel likes the pilot on the Xbox One. Alvin at the front, you know he leads us well. Trucking across the galaxy, now everybody yell. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. Give me a launch pad that I can land on, and I'll give you my cargo and sing you my song. No part 22 light years to go. Cruising to Hutton, whoa, whoa, whoa. No journey too long and no cargo too small. The profit margins never really mattered at all. We're gonna take the cargo where it's needed today. Super cruising all across the Milky Way. We'll take anything, anytime, anywhere. So shout it out loud like you don't even care. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's
The end of the show.
Everyone's buggered off.
Why
So
don't
why
you
don't you
bugger
bugger
off
off
too?
too?